Hi, it's Missy. I just wanted to share a few of my favorite products with you from our wonderful Pampered Chef line. Pampered Chef has quality kitchen tools for cooking, baking, grilling, and entertaining. And I'm going to show you a few of my favorites. You'll notice I'm wearing an apron. The apron is one of my absolute favorite products because it means that I have my own business. I get to stay home with my kids, and I get to enjoy a little bit of extras in life because we're not worried about living paycheck to paycheck because Pampered Chef provides some extras for us. So here are some of my favorite products. Just bear with me for a second while I get the camera where I need it to be to show you the products. Okay, one more second of adjusting here, and I think I have it. Okay, so one of our best products is actually the deep cover baker. So you can see my deep cover baker sitting here. I use this for so many different things. It's a fantastic piece of our stoneware line. You can do so many different things in here. Today I just have 3 chicken breasts in my baker, and I'm getting ready to make the grilled chicken penne al fresco. So I'm just going to start with some of our Italian seasoning. And there is no amount of seasoning that you need to measure out to put on here. Your only rule is that there's no naked chicken. So I'm actually not adding anything else. No water, no chicken broth, no oil, no nothing to these chicken breasts. I'm just adding our Italian seasoning, which I absolutely love our Italian seasoning. This will be gluten-free, so anyone that wants to give it a try can give it a try. So just make sure you see it. The light's not cooperating very well. But here are the chicken breasts, just with our seasoning on. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to stick this in the microwave for 10 minutes. And the reason I'm doing 10 minutes is because it is a little tiny bit still frozen. So I know you've always heard not to put things in our stoneware that's frozen and cook it. If you were doing it in the oven, obviously you wouldn't want to go hot to cold too quickly. It could cause it to crack. Could cause the stoneware to crack. So because it's a cold microwave, a cold stone, and cold chicken, we can put it all together in the microwave and get that to thaw and cook at the same time. So I'm going to show you some other tools, but I want to talk about the baker for one more second. That baker is so versatile. You can use it in the oven, you can use it in the microwave, you can do a whole roaster chicken in it, you can do soup, stews, and chilies in it, you can do the chicken breasts like I'm doing, and you can turn them into any kind of Mexican meal you can think of, so tacos, fajitas, enchiladas. You can do any kind of Italian meal that you can think of, just change out the noodles and the sauce. You can do American cooking, so you can add cheese and buffalo rub, and you can have your buffalo chicken dip. Of course, you can always do pork tenderloin, and you can do those same things with the pork tenderloin. You can do beef. You can change it all out. You can do some fish. You can do vegetables. You can do meatless. You can do sides. You can do pasta in the baker, in the microwave. You can do desserts. There's so many different things you can do with that baker. It is our hottest selling item. It is amazing, and every kitchen deserves to have one. I want to show you a couple of different things you can do with the cucumber. So this is my 5-inch Santoku knife. Love, love, love it. It's my do-aller knife. I use it all the time in the kitchen for as many different things as I possibly can. So I just want to show you, of course it slices right through a cucumber. I want to know if you realize that there's about 25 different ways to slice a cucumber. I'm sure most of you know that. But I just want to show you our slicer. I use the mandolin all the time. That's another one of my favorite products. And what I love about the mandolin is you can put the leg down so it can sit over your cutting board. But the best part about this is this blade is completely flush. You're not going to cut yourself. There's no bleeding, so I'm not bleeding. Completely flush, but once you put the food guard on here and you put it in the proper direction, you can hear that clicking noise. That is making sure that your blade is going to move so you can slice your cucumber. So you're just going to go up and down, and you will get beautiful slices of your cucumber. So this is a thinner slice, so you might want thinner slices of cucumber if you're doing some sort of decoration with the cucumber, but we want to have a party, so we're going to have nice thick slices of our cucumber here. We're going to slice it up thick. So cucumber salad, you can do different thicknesses if you want. It's totally up to you, but we can slice up our cucumber any way we want it. And we're going to sit these slices over here. Just with the mandolin, there's 4 different blades that come with it. So we have our straight blade. This one does 2 different thicknesses, so that does the job of 2 different things. We also have our grater. The grater takes the place of that tower of pain. Did anybody have a 4-sided I call it the four-sided tower of pain because there's different sizes of grating to do, so you can do your cheese and your zucchini and all that on the grater. The grater that comes in this one is just one size. It's fantastic. I use it to do cheese and veggies and potatoes and everything you could think of that you would use that tower of pain for goes in the grater on this mandolin. Also, we have the V-shaped blade, which is perfect for your tomatoes and your peppers and your onions, and get a nice slice that looks like it just came out of Subway restaurant, where I have everything exactly the same size. We're going to cut our tomatoes a little bit different today, but there's also a crinkle blade, so you can do your cucumbers with the crinkle blade and get a nice groove in it, so if you're just using them for dip, the dip won't slide out. So there's lots of different ways to use the mandolin, but you definitely want to use the food holder so you don't slice your fingers off, or this is the food guard, and then of course the food holder will hold all your food so you can go up and down. And I can just show you once my cucumber's getting smaller. Of course, I'm going to put the prongs here, and I'm just going to go up and down and still keep slicing my cucumbers. Okay, and that just keeps your fingers away from the blades. All right, let me move this out of the way, and we're going to move on to our next item, which is our spiral and slice. So it's got lots of different parts. You can see the blades. You can put your cucumber in here, and it's just going to sit on that top piece, and then you've got your prongs here. So let me actually turn this upside down so I can put that on there. And this is actually going to just slice. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and you're going to see the little slices that come out are nice spiral. So you can use this for so many different things. You can put it on a salad. You can use your zucchini and make a nice little zucchini spiral for your pastas and all that kind of thing. You can use potatoes and make some, I call them chip fries. My kids don't know if they're chips or fries, but they eat them every time I make them as if they're going out of style. So you can just see how it curls coming out of the spiral and slice. You can do onions, you can do carrots, you can put the divider in, and you can have two separate pieces of things coming out. So you could put carrots or radishes in there and have different pieces coming out. So of course this cucumber's nice and high, so I can use my fingers to push it. But as it's going down, I always want to use the guard so that my fingers are not going near that blade. Okay, so you can see how this works. I love the spiral and slice. It makes your veggies much more fun and versatile. So many different ways to slice a cucumber. All right, so we're also going to do the apple wedger in just a minute, but I want to grab the next thing. We're going to get started on our salsa. So if you've ever made fresh salsa, you know the key to fresh salsa is just really good tomatoes. So these are garden fresh tomatoes. This is our veggie wedger. So the veggie wedger comes with this little tray, and it comes with the actual wedger that's going to wedge things into 6 pieces. So you can use this on anything that doesn't have a core or anything that doesn't have seeds or anything in the middle. So you can use this on your tomatoes, your what I use it on, citrus fruit all the time, potatoes. So you can just go down through and you can see that it wedges so simply into 6 different pieces. I'm just going to slice my little top out of here, and I'm going to throw this into our manual food processor, and I'm going to put all the pieces in here. Just make sure I got all my little corners out from where it was connected to the plant. And we're going to add a couple of things to our tomatoes here to make our salsa. We're not going to make the complete salsa, but I just want to show you a couple of other products that we would use to make salsa. So we're going to add some fresh garlic to our salsa. You don't have to peel your garlic. Just keep the garlic with all the skin on it. Stick it in your garlic press. And if you put the hump side up, then the pieces should come back out on this mechanism. But basically, you don't have to peel your garlic. You're just going to squeeze and get that nice fresh garlic to come on out of your garlic. And you can scrape off the sides. You have a My Little Pony brush that comes with the garlic press that you want to keep. And that just helps clean the garlic press. Of course, it goes in the dishwasher, and it can clean out that bottom piece. All that trash can come right out of that garlic press, and you don't have to get out the toothpick to clean out all those holes. But then you can have fresh garlic on everything. When I got my garlic press, we had garlic vegetables, garlic potatoes, garlic bread, garlic, everything you could think of. My husband said we stank and we needed to stop. A couple other things that I would add to my salsa. Of course, I need fresh salt, and this is just our bamboo grinder set and stand. What I love about this is it is bamboo, so it's highly renewable. And our Himalayan sea salt is what I just added to our salsa. The best part about our Himalayan sea salt is it takes impurities out of your body. It doesn't add them in. And so Pampered Chef did a lot of research, and they found that Himalayan sea salt actually is the best on the market for you. What I love about the Himalayan sea salt, besides the fact that it's good for you and it doesn't harm you, is it makes food flavors enhance. It brings out the best flavor of that food without giving you a total salt taste. It just takes the food and just makes it more vibrant, and I love that. We're going to add a little pepper, fresh ground pepper, to our salsa. I'm not a huge fan of pepper that's already ground up, black pepper, but I love our peppercorn medley. It has an amazing amount of flavor with those different peppercorns, and I don't sneeze my head off when I'm eating it, so I absolutely love that. So another thing we're going to add some pepper to our salsa. And I know there's all kinds of different types of pepper that you can add, but again, I'm just going to add just a green pepper. I'm going to do this right in front of you so you can see, but I just love this knife and how easily it slices things, and you can just go down through and keep on going. I know sometimes pepper has a hard shell, but you can just see how this goes. I really don't have to cut it this fine for the manual food processor, but I just wanted to show you the knife. So you can cut it as much or as little as you want. We can add some onion to it as well. My onion is sitting over here. Sorry, let me grab it. Well, that's why I didn't have it. It disappeared. So we're going to just put the lid on this, and we'll make our salsa here. What I love about the manual food processor is the bowl is fantastic. So if I needed to add a liquid, I could add a liquid to it. It has a nice blade in here, so I should have showed you the blade first, but it's got 3 blades on this, and it really will go through just about everything. The best part of this manual food processor is you can actually control how much I guess chunkiness you want your food to be with this, because as much as you pump is how much you want it to do. So everything goes in the dishwasher except for the lid. The lid you want to just basically wipe it off because you don't want to submerge it in water, but just some soap and water to clean the bottom of it where everything goes. There is a lock on here so it holds the handle down, but basically we're just going to slice right through our veggies to make our salsa. So can you see that being all ground up? And you can make this nice and thin. You can go all the way through, and mine makes a lot of noise, so I hope you can hear me through all the noise, but still love mine. My kids love it. If you happen to be left-handed, it works left-handed as well. So I have used this for so many different things besides salsa. There's lots of salsa recipes you can do. You can do tamponads, you can do smoothies, you can do your own pasta sauce, you can do blizzards in here. So throw your candy in first and chop that all up, throw some ice cream on top, and you can mix the two together while you're spinning it, and it makes a blizzard. You can also do milkshakes if you add a little milk to your ice cream. You can puree your food for your baby. There's so many different things to use this manual food processor for. And it also, on this container, it has the measurements embedded in it. So you would know how much you need if you needed to pour a liquid in here. So those measurements, I know you can't see those numbers. It's hard to see, but they are embedded on there. So we're going to check our chicken. I have to say that the microgrips are a fantastic add-on to any kitchen because you can get everything out of the microwave and it's not hot on your hands. So give me just 2 seconds to clear a space for us to put our hot baker down on this workspace here, and I'm going to show you what our chicken looks like after 10 minutes. And this was partially frozen, so again, we did 10 minutes so we could thaw it out and cook it at the same time. I wish you could smell how amazing this smells. But I am going to just show you what our chicken looks like. Can you see that steam coming out of there? All right. So, okay, so this is what our chicken looks like after just 10 minutes in the microwave. You can see the chicken breasts are done. Can you see that liquid in there? So I know a lot of people think, gosh, I started pouring my liquid out. Gosh, chicken in the microwave, that doesn't even sound good. Well, that's exactly what I thought until I tried our chicken in the microwave. And it is actually juicy and amazing. And it's not rubbery, it's not dried out, it doesn't get that yucky white stuff around the edges of the chicken breast. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen, and it didn't happen. So there's a couple things we want to do. We want to make sure our chicken is done. So always check the temperature. Chicken breasts should be 165 when they're done. And we're going to go all the way down through our chicken breast because the temperature gauge is actually up high in this thermometer. It's not down low. So you want to make sure you go the whole way down through. And this does a couple of things. Number one, it tells us we're not feeding our family salmonella. And number two, it tells us we didn't overcook our food. So these chicken breasts are done. I don't know if you can see the temperature is at 165. But we want to chop up our chicken breasts and get them ready for dinner. So I am making the grilled chicken penne al fresco tonight. So I'm going to actually slice up my chicken with the salad chopper. So I'm going to try and tilt this and show you what I'm doing. And that baker is nice and warm, so I am going to use my micro grips. But I'm just going to slice right through the chicken with the salad choppers. I wish you could actually hold these in your hand and use them and see how good of a job they do. But you can just go to town chopping this into little pieces. And of course, if you were making chicken salad, you just want to cook your chicken and chop it up and add a couple extra things to it to make chicken salad. Or if you're putting this chicken on a salad, you can decide if you want thick chunks of chicken or if you want smaller pieces. There's so many different things that I use chicken breast for when I'm cooking. And I'm sure that you can name quite a few that you're using chicken breast for too. So if I were left-handed, it works the same for left-handers. A couple of things about the salad choppers is, number one, if you notice how I'm holding them, you want to hold them vertically so you can just get through all that chicken, and you can keep on going, and you don't have to worry about if it's getting stuck or anything. So a lot of times, the faster you go, the easier this is. And if it does get stuck, I usually just do this, give it a little tap if I have to. I grab my thermometer and knock it out of there. But it's basically just the faster I go, it's hard for me to show you on the video, the faster I go, the easier it is. There is a little safety mechanism on here. So with this safety mechanism, you're going to hold the handle shut, push this shut, and then you're never going to reach in the drawer and grab blades. So you can see how this closes. And these blades will sharpen themselves every time you use them because it's metal going against metal. And so I just want to show you again what our chicken breast looks like once we chopped it all up with that salad chopper. So those are a few of my favorite items. I hope that you enjoyed them. I'm going to show you one more. It's actually kind of a fun thing to do. So we're going to do the apple wedger with our cucumbers, just do some cucumber straws. So give me 2 seconds to get that ready. I have everything in the way. I'm just going to move all this stuff so I can show you that, and then we'll wrap this video up. Okay, so we have our cucumber that's left, and I know a lot of people have some issues with digestion, and sometimes it's just as simple as taking seeds out of your food, and that helps a whole lot. So I'm going to use our apple wedger, and I know the apple wedger's been around, and most people associate it with the apple, and they'll slice the apple, and it already is ready to go. People can pick up those pieces and eat them. If you are someone that loves apples and you want to take apples with you to lunch, but you don't really like the brown, or maybe you're packing lunch for somebody that doesn't like when the apples turn brown, if you slice your apple, pull the wedger back out, put everything back together, put the rubber band around it, and then package it, at lunchtime when they open up that apple, it's going to look fantastic. It's not going to have the brown on it because you're keeping the air off of it just by putting that rubber band back around it and putting it in the baggie. But we're going to use our apple wedger on our cucumber, and what it's going to do is it's actually going to take the seeds out of our cucumber, and it's also going to make some cucumber french fries. So this is basically what happens is the seeds come out in one piece, and then you have your cucumber french fries that you can use for dips and even just to eat the way it is. So that's a lot of fun. It's a totally different way to do your cucumbers. You can do them in smaller pieces, so maybe you just want those bite-sized pieces that are ready to go. And of course you can throw out this inside of the seeds because people don't want all the indigestion or the digestion issues. Okay, so I decided I'm going to show you all the blades to the microplane or to the Ultimate Mandolin, because I think it really needs to be seen with every different blade. So this is our V-shaped blade, and this is fantastic for your tomatoes. Again, it's nice and flush, and I'm going to actually put the tomato on here and show you this Garden Fresh tomato, very squeezable, and how wonderful it does in this mandolin. So I'm going to put it in the food holder. So just put it right in those prongs. When it's too tall, I want to try and make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. Put your fingers underneath this piece that sticks up, and you're just going to go back and forth. So I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to let the mandolin do all the work. And as it gets shorter, then I can put my hand here and keep on going. Okay, so I'm just going to show you our tomatoes and how fantastic they look. So you have those nice slices of tomatoes that look like they just came from Subway. So you can make your gorgeous sandwich with your Garden Fresh tomato. I love this mandolin. I use it all the time. So now I showed you the straight blade that has two different thicknesses. I showed you the V-shaped blade. This is your grater blade. So this is the one that you use to grate your cheese. I am always grating cheese. I do not like the pre-shredded cheese because I do not want to put the cellulose in my body that comes in the pre-shredded cheese. That's a plant fiber. It takes the moisture out of your cheese. Your body doesn't know how to digest it. It doesn't let the cheese melt as well. It's not as fresh. It's not as healthy. It's more expensive. So this saves me a lot of money by just putting this blade in. So let me just show you real quickly. Let me get my tomato out of here. If I take this blade, it just pulls straight out. And then I would just put the next blade in, and then I can grab my cheese and I can grate right there. So that just gives you an idea of how the grater works. And then of course we have our crinkle blade. And our crinkle blade, again, I told you that was like the party blade. So you can take your cucumber and you can slice it. And you can have those nice grooves in it. So if you are getting ready to have a party, again, you can have, I call it the party blade, so people can basically eat their cucumber. Whoops, let me put the thing on correctly. So, you know, I'm a pampered chef, not the perfect chef, and this happens all the time. Just do it a couple times by itself so you hear that clicking noise. You know it's on there correctly. This cucumber is really tall. You really should have the food holder on here, but I just wanted to show you real quickly how nice the groove is. So you can do carrots this way and make them more fancy for a salad. You know, all kinds of different things, but people will like, maybe their salad will taste even better because it has the nice grooves in the food. You know, it's just all a matter of getting people to eat the food is really what it is. Sometimes that's the game when you have kids. So just wanted to show you again the food holder, and of course you've got your grooves. You can see how your potatoes would be if you did your grooves in your potatoes. So I am so thankful that you took the time to watch this video today. Again, I am Missy. I can answer all your questions about products. But again, thank you for just tuning in and putting up with my crazy video about some of my favorite products. And I hope that you enjoy your products when you get them. Thanks again.